So I was thinking a little bit earlier today, and I believe there's this one aspect, there's this one factor, this one anchor that's holding everyone back. And that is FOMO, also known as the fear of missing out. So what is the fear of missing out? Well, it's essentially tied to any activity. Let's say you want to go out to the bars with your friends because they hit you up in the group chat, or there's a cruise to Jamaica that's coming next month. You don't want to miss out on that. Or something simple like playing video games and everyone's going to be online later tonight. The fear of missing out. Everyone's going to be doing that same activity except for you. So you have to join them no matter what. Opting into that said activity isn't a big deal if you're just doing it once or twice. But the accumulation, the habit of saying yes every single time is one that gets detrimental. I know a lot of you guys are in college and there's parties every Friday night, tailgates on Saturday mornings, lots of fun activities going on all the week. How many times have you said no? How many times have you said no, I'm gonna stay in, or no, I've got some work to catch up on, I've got time to allocate to my business, I have to go to the gym instead. How many times have you said no for said reason? Not many of you, right? You have to kind of look at the bigger picture. You kind of have to see, why haven't I reached my dream state yet? Well, because everyone has 24 hours and you're allocating your time to something that's not very important. You can party, you can party as many times as you want, but you're only going to retain some of those memories. You're not going to remember every party that you've been to. Oh, maybe you have an exceptional memory and you can, but most of y'all are not going to remember everything that, that feel good moment, that peak of the activity. You're not going to remember all those. So essentially, as you continue to say yes and participate in those activities, you're not really going to get the full fulfillment, if you know what I'm talking about. You're not going to, have that same fulfillment the next morning or the next day. You don't have to be super intelligent to understand this, but you just have to be aware of the direction you're heading in towards. Today is Monday, and everyone had a great time to just wind down and enjoy the weekend with their family or friends. Just a fraction of those people actually allocated their time to something greater, something that will get them over the hump, whether it's financial, whether it's health related, whether it's purpose related. Only a fraction of people will allocate their time to something of relevance, significant relevance. And honestly, if you can handle FOMO to the best of your ability, I believe you can use FOMO to fix any addiction that you have. You got weed, drinking, video games, porn, junk food, any addiction you can think of. If you can have control of FOMO, you can control any addiction. You can wipe them out completely. The number one step you need to take care of in order to have control of FOMO completely is by saying no for once. Just say no one time and you'll feel that sense of power, that sense of self-control, that sense of self-discipline rushing up to your brain and honestly making you feel like a different person. Just say no one time and come back to me and tell me how you feel. You already know the end result. You already know how you're gonna feel once you finish watching porn, once you finish that game, World of Warcraft, whatever. You already know how it's gonna feel when you wake up after a long night of drinking and partying. You already know all this. You already know the feeling. You already experienced it. Why not try something new? Why not try something different for once? Change is fun. You know, we're so accustomed to comfort nowadays that something that's completely out of the ordinary just feels exotic or foreign. That is a good sign of self growth. That is a wonderful sign that you are doing something right and you are heading towards the right direction. You think the world's most successful men just stayed in comfort their whole entire lives? You think they just resorted to instant gratification 24/7 and got to the point where they are? No, it's discomfort, chatting with different people, networking with different professionals, traveling to different environments, learning new skills. All these different things accumulate, and what's the end product? The man that they've become. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, LeBron James, Tiger Woods. You have to control FOMO completely. It cannot overtake your life. It cannot be the absolute ruler of your decisions. The weekend has just finished, and the weekend will come by in about 4 days. You have a very hard decision to make, which is either yes or no to fun.